Hello and welcome to Golden Dongle, Quest for the Golden Dongle. I am Ivy. My pronouns are she, her, and I am joined by my friend Jorge.
Hello, I am Jorge.
You is Jorge.
Yeah, I is Jorge. My pronouns are he, him. We are questing. We are searching for the golden dongle.
Yes, we've decided to embark on this fool's quest of scouring the globe for the Golden Dongle, the
Yeah,
shiny little nubbins.
I don't know where it is. I really
I know.
don't.
Well, you had it last, so you have to. You should keep track of these things.
Yeah, I lost it somewhere, and I don't even know where.
Yeah, stop putting it in your pocket. You're gonna,
In my-
you're gonna sit on it one day.
it's funny. Like just yesterday, for the first time ever, I lost my credit card.
I
Like
have
just somewhere.
You know
And
what? That you bring that up, I have nightmares about that. I have not lost my credit cards yet, but I have.
about specifically that.
Yes, I actually have nightmares about that.
My goodness.
So did you find it?
Yeah, so what happened? I'll explain what happened. Yeah, we like today my errand. I told you I was doing errands. What I was doing. I went out for Italian yesterday. I had
Mm-hmm.
a nice baked ziti, and we were done. Little they give you to like put your card in, your cash, whatever. So that had
Yes.
a kind of a larger pocket than usual. So the card was like in there, hidden. And for some reason this time, I'm always really good at checking, making sure I got my card before I leave. For some reason this time around, I guess since I didn't see it, I didn't think to check.
Right.
So yeah, I just left the card at the restaurant. I called the place; they were very nice. They're like, "Yeah, we have it right here." Actually, no, the second guy I called because I couldn't make it in time yesterday before they closed. The second guy I called was like, "Yeah, if you don't pick it up, I'm gonna start using it." And he starts laughing and he's like, "It's a joke, it's a joke." And I go like, "Don't play like that, man."
You're
All
like,
right, thank you. Bye.
are you threatening me?
Yeah, I was like, what are you? Don't talk like that. I don't like that. This literally has never happened to me, and I hate
Thanks
it.
for giving me PTSD about ever coming back to your establishment.
Yeah, so now I'm like, well, I'm gonna make sure I never lose the card now.
Oh my god. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
I
like
got it today. It was fine.
right. That's good. Yeah, it's funny. I've had nightmares about that because I have quite a few cards and I'm just like, I have nightmares about like losing my wallet and losing like stuff like that.
That's so.
Yeah, and because I kind of think like it's our identity in some ways. Like oh, our driver's license, our
Yeah,
yeah,
everything's there. Everything's
right.
there.
It's all important shit. And
It's a pain to get all that back too, especially your ID.
yeah, I don't want to go through that. I really don't.
Nope, it's a pain in the ass. The thing I will say, like, we live in the future. I just when I realized I lost my card, I just went to my bank app and turned the card off,
Yeah.
and you can't turn your car off from the bank app, just your card, by the way.
Hmm.
And you can do that, and it's like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about it, even if they don't have it,
Right.
because
I've seen that
like,
before.
who's gonna use it?
Yeah, like you can like
Yeah, so at least
freeze your
that
card
let
and
me
stuff.
sleep that night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well.
So it wasn't too bad. It was at first I was really upset, but then I was like, it's fine.
Oh wait, this is the future. This is fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's not. Yeah, it's really not that bad.
mhm.
They have the card. I didn't lose it anywhere weird. Like I
No.
didn't drop it. Like I did the golden dongle. I didn't drop it from my pocket. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not like the 90s where like you're carrying around everything's physical and then you have to like call your bank on the
Yeah,
phone, on the actual phone and call them.
yeah. Because you're trying to put your card in the '90s. You would have your bank card in your
Hmm.
pocket, right next to your giant Game Boy, and that thing wouldn't fit.
In your giant jeans with like the huge pockets, your Jinko jeans. You remember those
Yeah,
things?
but every pocket I do, every pocket would be full of like a Tamagotchi, a Game Boy, the big brick one. The other one would have like Big Willie CD.
And
I forgot the name of the album. Damn it.
yeah, no, I've definitely had nightmares about that, which is very funny.
Well, now I know.
I know. Well, I'm glad you found it.
I lived your nightmare yesterday.
You did. And speaking of living our nightmares, I understand that you recently have seen Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, in the theater.
Oh my god.
What?
Speaking of
First of
reliving our
all,
nightmares,
yeah,
well,
but okay. Like,
okay,
what possessed you? What's wrong with you?
okay. So
Tell me.
listen, I guess we really haven't spoken in a while, but like I
Yeah.
during our during our absence, I have gone through kind of a character arc. I used to hate on Star Wars anything past like prequel episode 1 to episode 9. I I was just a hater. I don't know how else to say it. But in recent times I've been like kind of tired of being angry at stuff. So
Right.
I've since been able to let go of a lot of things like that upset me, mostly like how much I didn't like the sequel trilogy. Even though like I still don't like it, I'm not as angry about it anymore. Um
The sequel
and
trilogy.
including, yeah, the sequel trilogy, and I'm talking mostly because episode 9, the last one, Rise of Skywalker, upset me so much.
Eh,
Even, yeah, even at the theater I was like, I cannot believe what I'm watching right now.
okay, yeah, like that. Honestly, I saw that once in the theater, and I was just like, I never had the urge to see that movie
Yes.
again. It's like
It's the
I've
only one I don't own. It's the only one I don't own because
fuck.
it just upset me greatly. I
It's
think when I
I was
yeah.
hyped. I was hyped when episode 7 came out, right? When episode 7 came out, I was hyped as fuck.
Yeah, we were.
I
I was
was
too.
I kind of brainwashed myself into loving that movie when it first came out, you know.
But no, that's common with J.J. Abrams movies. He like all the trailers for that stuff is great, and then when you watch it, you're like, oh, that's what it is. Okay.
And that right, and then, you know, when episode 8 came out, I tried to get into it, and I watched it a few times and was like, this is okay. And that
Yeah,
movie,
it's the least upsetting one to me.
it's the okayest one from a
The
new
okayest one.
it's the okayest one from a new film standpoint, whereas like
Right, right.
episode 7 is, everyone says it's a retread of A New Hope
It's so
with elements of
yeah,
Empire.
yeah. I guess the big problem I have with the sequels is that it kind of demonstrates the status of Star Wars right now in full, which is complete and total damage control constantly. Like episode 7 was trying to fix the prequels, episode 8 was trying to fix episode 7, and episode 9 was trying to fix episode 8.
Jesus
And
Christ. Like,
yeah, because of that, we just do not get any like we don't get a satisfying conclusion to anything. It's always going to be in a state of limbo of working progress,
hideous.
incomplete.
Completely
Yeah.
hideous. Like, I hate that. But you know,
But
we're gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
angry. We're gonna get so angry and
Yeah, yeah,
agitated
yeah.
about
Not
this.
to go into sequel trilogy talk. Let's focus on the prequels,
I
which
want to
is
know what your
why I.
experience was. What was your
So the
new
thing is, like,
experience?
oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my screen. Oh, I guess my computer's on sleep, but I'm still here.
No, you're still here. I hear you.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, good. Anyway, I like with the sequel, when I saw the trailer for episode 1 back when I was like 12, 13, I was very hyped. I was super hyped for that. And let me tell you, I'm going to be 100% real. When I saw that movie, I thought it was great. I mean, I got 13-year-old brain. I don't know what's coming after that. I didn't know about Attack of the Clones. I didn't know about Revenge of the Sith. I thought this was great and dope and hype. So,
If I may
I guess a part of me wanted to go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and you know what? You're totally right. The hype was real,
Okay.
and it was awesome back then when episode 1 came out.
Yeah, and I guess a part of me wanted to see, like, is the magic still there? Because a big thing that made Star Wars like what it was for me back then is seeing it in the theater. Like that was the sound, like the big screen, the not knowing what's gonna happen next. That stuff was like special.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I got me and my friend Mo. We went to see it. We sat down, and I'm like, here I am, 25 years later. I'm a different person.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
the the Lucasfilm cues up. No 20th Century Fox. We don't do that no more. And then the title screen booms and echoes in the theater, and the title crawl begins, and immediately I go, yeah, the magic is gone.
Oh God. See, I thought you were
I'm
gonna.
just not the same.
I thought you. I totally thought you were about to be like. And then I felt it again. I was 13 once more, and the world was
No,
new.
no, no.
And
I
once
was
again,
like,
I was
wow,
in
this
the
still
stars.
this still sucks. Why am I here? I mean, at the end of the day, I enjoyed my time because like I guess like I said, I'm trying to have like a more positive outlook of these things. And whenever I watch Phantom Menace now, I still think of the good things about it. I still run into the speed bumps of like, well, it'd be better if they did this, it'd be better if they did that. And I get kind of bogged down on that, which is kind of upsetting because I don't get to enjoy the movie for what it is because it's not going to change no matter what, right?
Right.
And yeah, at the end of the day, I'm like, yep, it's still Phantom Menace, and I mean, I still had a good time. Me and Mo, we like talking about like Star Wars theories and stuff. And one of my favorite characters, Qui-Gon Jinn, is in this movie, and I enjoy that very much. I like the pod race. I like the fight at the
Really,
end. The music is great. John Williams.
Qui-Gon Jinn. That's your favorite
Yeah, he's my
character
favorite
in
Jedi.
Jedi. In general, your favorite Jedi.
Yes. Favorite character might be like R2D2, might be one of the droids. I'd have to get back to you on
One of the
that.
soulless ones that don't act.
Hey, listen, but their droids are the reason I'm like any Star Wars movie can be bad. They will still have a good droid in it. Okay,
Right. No, you're right.
I'll give it. It's like
Andor.
music in a Sonic game.
Andor.
Sonic games. Wait, no, hold on. Andor had a droid. Let's not. No. Don't get me started on that.
Droid was great. The show sucked.
Okay, all right. Okay. What? You don't like Andor?
No,
Oh wow, that is like the unpopular opinion.
I don't understand that, but
You are a brave one. You are.
hey, I love Rogue One. I'll watch that shit all day.
Oh,
But
that's
when it
even
comes
more
to,
interesting because I hated Rogue One. Yeah.
do you like it now?
No, I still don't like Rogue
Why
One.
don't you like it?
I just found it to be kind of like pointless. I guess like I don't care why the Death Star had a poop hole. I don't care. Like
Okay, fair
it
enough.
just you shoot a missile in it and the Force did that. That's fine. I
Force
didn't
did
need an explanation for it.
Okay,
Yeah, whatever.
So you saw, all right. So Qui-Gon, your favorite. I would say,
Yeah.
I would say maybe Obi-Wan's my favorite Jedi. I would say I'm
Really?
I'm an
I
Obi-Wan
hate
girl.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why do you hate him?
Okay, so like Obi-Wan, the actors who played Obi-Wan, Sir Alec Guinness and Ewan McGregor,
Okay.
they were both excellent. They're both great.
Right.
I think the performance is their performances are the reason people love Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sure.
But as a character in the context of the universe, I think he's terrible. I think he's like the reason Anakin
He
is
kind of
bad.
failed Anakin.
I don't know, like yeah, and he was like a neglectful big brother figure to him, like just kind of completely disconnected from what Anakin was going through. Overwrought with guilt after what happened to where he lied to his son about what had like doesn't really tell him what went on.
Right.
Just kind of I don't have no respect for him. I have no respect. But as a character, but performance wise, the actors are excellent. I still love Alec Guinness in New Hope. Just a really good performance there from a guy who just thought of the whole thing as like a kid's fantasy story, like a storybook, and him being like a professional actor, he kind of had a little contempt for it, but because he was a professional, did a great job. Still showed up to work and elevated the material instead of like
Right. He had a
with his performance kind of tear it down.
Yeah, I agree with that. He had a fantastic attitude when it came to the films. I mean, he was in like every original trilogy film, so
That's right. Yep.
he kept coming back. But so what else? So what stood out to you this time in the theater for
Well,
episode one?
I want to know, why do you like? Hold up, I'll answer that. But I want to.
Okay,
I
yeah.
want to know why you like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Why is that your favorite?
In terms of, I mean, well, okay, like in terms of Jedi, well, most of the Jedi are just kind of background characters, right?
That's true.
If we're not talking about the expanded universe, in terms of, or rather, not expanded universe, if we're talking about like, let's say the additional television shows and supporting material outside of the main film franchise, there's not really that many Jedi. There's the bunch of nameless assholes in the original prequel trilogy, right? There's fucking Kit Fisto is my favorite because he does fisting, but like
They're not. Wait. They're not. I mean, they're not nameless. They might be assholes.
Okay. I mean, like I'm sitting here naming them. They're assholes.
Yeah, it's funny. You're like nameless assholes. Kit Fisto, which
Kit Fisto to name a few.
I mean, Kit Fisto's dope though. He's awesome. We love Kit Fisto.
Do we though?
I do. He's awesome. Look at him. He's like a weirdo guy with like tentacles on his head. He's green.
Everybody knows I'm the world's biggest Plo Koon fan here.
Plo Koon, that's Ahsoka's master. That's the he's important character after the fact, but still,
he doesn't do much for me.
What about Kiadi Mundi? Are you a Kiadi Mundi girl?
I think maybe.
You fuck with that?
Maybe. Yeah, he kind of has that. He looks wise. He's like a wise old Jedi. But
he does have a big brain, probably.
He's kind of like a kung fu master type. But here's
true. Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, and I also had an action figure of him from
I knew it.
From back in the what do you call it? Episode 2, maybe the episode 3 toy line. I forget which one.
Yeah, no, I think Attack of the Clones is when all the other Jedi started getting toys.
Oh yeah, and who's great? The blue chick.
Yaddle.
Did you just say Yaddle?
Oh, yes.
She's not real. She's not real. She didn't even.
Yaddle's real.
She did not. She appeared like she wasn't even in anything. Was she in something?
If you can watch the Tales of the Jedi, it's like a short series, and my girl Yaddle gets some screen time in that. I'm not even joking. It's actually really good. I'm not gonna downplay it.
Okay, well, I'll definitely look that up.
But anyway, you said Blue Lady, which, by the way, she has a name.
Isla Sakura.
It's Isla Sakura.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, she's cool. I would want to be her.
Okay.
I would want to. She's hot. I'd want to be her.
Maybe in episode 2, not episode 3.
Yeah, not when she gets shot to death.
No, that's terrible. Also a weird scene. I don't know why they like. I don't know. Anyway, it's always weird the way she dies. It's like.
She's just kind of like wandering.
Like, look at her.
Yeah. She's like on she's on the ground, and like it's panning above her, and they're just like
horrible. I don't know why.
They're like shooting her in the butt and like laughing and.
Well, they're not laughing, but I would hope not.
Well, I don't know. They are clones. The clones don't really have great personalities, so. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what
every Clone Wars TV show fan right now is like. Yes, you do.
I know. You have to you have to understand. I'm going to be openly disparaging a lot of the supporting material that I didn't watch, like all the TV shows. I didn't watch
I'll
them.
step in if
Okay.
anything needs to be the because I again listen. I've been through this character arc. I engage with all the supplementary material just to find something to enjoy
I did. I mean,
and not be such a hater.
right, I'm not a
Um,
hater. I I'm not sitting here saying those shows are garbage. I'm just saying I didn't watch them. Like I just didn't watch them. That's all. Maybe someday. Like okay, Obi-Wan. Why
all right, well,
Obi-Wan?
that's
All
fine.
right, because
You should.
I think like I was saying, he kind of is the one of the
Yeah,
few
yeah.
fully developed personalities that is a Jedi in the films. And
Ivy, 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 Ivy.
yeah.
Hello, hello, Ivy.
Hi, I can hear you.
You're cutting in enough. Let me make sure my connection's not weird.
Oh no, technical
Okay, yeah.
difficulties. I
All
can
right,
hear
sorry.
you.
Let me make sure. I'm gonna check my. Unfortunately, I'm on. Yeah, okay. We got some dongle issues.
Our dongles are flailing.
Okay. Yes, I'm just making sure it's not my connection. Okay.
I mean,
Don't say it like
our
that.
dongles are flaccid in the wind.
Oh
Our
my god.
flaccid dongles are flapping in the wind.
Okay. Neither of them are golden. This is why we're searching.
Yes.
Anyway, go on. I think we're good now.
Yeah. So no, I don't know, just because Obi-Wan, he's an original trilogy character. Ewan McGregor did a good job with him, and yeah,
He
that's
did. I he's
and
he's I
Anakin
had a
sucks.
crush on Ewan McGregor for the longest time. Anakin does suck, but
Yeah.
it's not his. Well, okay, hold up. I'm not gonna say it's not his fault. I'm not an Anakin apologist.
Are you though?
I will say like I have to stop myself to a screeching halt, but I would say the Jedi Order is almost just as culpable of his actions as he is. Um,
Yeah.
I think they should have taken him to a therapist. I don't know,
Yeah,
something.
he should have gone to therapy. You're totally right. I agree with
It's,
that.
it's the Jedi's method of like dealing with pain and trauma is to literally just get over it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And Anakin, that didn't work on him.
Did you try not being depressed, Anakin?
That's literally what Yoda tells him in Episode 3 when he's like, "I fear that my wife will die in childbirth," and Yoda's like, "That's it. Yeah, but who cares?" And it was like, "Oh, all right. What am I supposed to do with that?" And Yoda's like, "I don't know. Get out of here." Uh, or
Yeah.
sorry. No, do I?
Yeah,
Out, get out, you here.
I never really got that. Like the whole thing with Yoda being this wise master, but he never really dispensed any fucking wisdom. What has Yoda done? It's like okay, so you're just telling us that
What
he
has Yoda?
like I don't know, it's just overblown. Like really, I don't know. Yoda.
Yeah, it was. It was the, and I don't know. I don't know if this was like intentional in the story of the prequels, but the Jedi were incredibly arrogant,
Oh yeah.
very much pro status quo, very much like the arm of the Republic. Even though they swear they're peacekeepers, they kind of were the state sanctioned. I mean, they were samurai. Yeah, they were basically killing people in the name of the Republic. So
Oh yeah.
I don't expect them to also be the most enlightened monks in that aspect.
No.
So, but this is why I like Qui Gon Jinn because Qui Gon Jinn was like, "Screw the Jedi Order. I believe in the living Force," and that is a true Jedi in my opinion. Anyway,
I
Phantom Menace.
I like that. I like that assessment of Qui-Gon's character.
Twice in Phantom Menace, he mentions the living Force, so it's not a coincidence. Uh, that he is that is the authority he believes in. And Obi-Wan has like a throwaway line where he says like, "Master, do not defy the council, not again." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. So this is a habit. This is a thing he does." All right.
You know,
And those are the little things I like about Phantom Menace.
I like that. I like that you brought that up. It really kind of makes me think about the movie as a whole. How it's more in the context of the prequel trilogy, it is kind of the most evenly paced film, and it's very
Yeah.
it's kind of insightful when you think about it compared to the other two films like Attack of the Clones and um Revenge of the Sith. It's,
Oh yeah.
those elements of spirituality. It's more, I don't know. There's something about its tone that I like better than 2 and 3.
I agree, 100%. It's my favorite of the three prequel movies, even though it's also kind of racist. It's still it's still the one I like the most.
Yeah, I mean, you got these guys with the Japanese accents. You got the Trade Federation dudes, and then you have
People are gonna be like, no, that's not an accent. You're attributing that to blah 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 blah. But I'm like, this
it
it's still like a
literally
weird
is though.
freaking accent. Like, why do they sound like?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, what is it? What else is it? It's just
I
fucking weird.
it
Like, why does this look?
it literally is though, and yeah, and of course we would be remiss not to mention Jar Jar. We would be very
Jar Jar
remiss.
is a complicated. Yeah, it's a complicated. To me, Jar Jar's a little complicated because like Ahmed Best, the actor who played Jar Jar, was always very happy with that role.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, even though he got a lot of shit for it. Um, it's kind of it's a topic for another time, but
Right.
yeah, at the same time, there was a lot of like he was kind of turned into a caricature to the detriment of his career. So like it didn't really favor him much, no matter how much he defended it.
Right.
So
And yeah, I mean, like the character's pretty like they tried to make Jar Jar a thing, and Jar Jar was not a thing. I don't know.
I'm
His
telling you,
character wasn't
yeah,
great. And here's the
yeah.
thing.
I watching the movie, watch. Oh, go. I'm sorry, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying like his character also like visually doesn't look great because of the CG and like I don't know. I wish they did his character a better way, like personality wise and appearance wise. Like, what if they went a more Chewbacca route? What if they did some animatronics and a suit? You know what I'm saying?
Think like a yeah, I think I do. If they went more a dry humor route with Jar Jar, I think it would have worked.
Yeah.
Again, if they just got rid of these weird freaking accents, I think that would have worked too.
Oh god.
Um, think of the original trilogy. Like, I'm trying to remember, did any character there had like a weird accent?
You mean
And even if they
like a
did,
racist accent?
I mean, sure, I didn't want to say it, but sure.
No, I don't. It's hard to like. I don't know. Like you could argue Yoda's. I don't know what they were
Yeah,
trying to
Yoda
do
had.
with Yoda.
Well, I guess Yoda was less of the way he sounded and more the way his words were structured. That was kind of based on the way Japanese words are structured when you
Right.
translate them directly. But he still, like, the way he sounded, he just was like, "Arr, I'm a little guy, wow," and that's fine.
Oh, I'm just a little
Uh,
guy. Hmm.
"You're just a little bit. I'm gonna eat your little breadstick, whatever this is," and then he ate it. And Luke's like,
Okay,
"What are you doing?
you had to mention
Don't
Luke's.
eat that."
You had to mention Luke's ration kit, and now I have to talk about Luke's
Yeah,
ration kit.
that's
Okay,
an
like
Lunchable pot. Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out for like 25 years what is in that thing. And like people have posted pictures of it online, like on Reddit, and people have been,
They did.
there's like Tic Tacs in there and shit, and like pretzel rods, and like just stuff they put in there just for the texture of it, like what it looks like. I don't know. I want a complete analysis and explanation from George Lucas on that.
All I know is that one of them looked like a breadstick. That's all, and that's the one Yoda tried to
I
eat.
know. It
And
actually looked like a dried sausage of some kind.
really, you think it was a dry sausage?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. It kind of had like that weird rippley look on the side of it. It looked veiny.
See, to me it looked crumbly,
Uh,
and and tan like bread.
Yeah.
So
So he went to
I
Olive
assumed it
Garden.
was just like maybe it was like a it was like a protein bar. I don't know.
Yeah, I really think they just like everyone was like, "All right, empty out your pockets, put any Tic Tacs and garbage you find in this tackle box, and we'll just say it's Luke's rations."
Ah, geez, you're making a mess.
You're
And
making a
then
meth. He has a little bit of a lisp when he says that. It's really funny. Luke's like, "Yeah, you're making a meth."
you don't get so big eating food of this kind. And then yeah, I like little shit Yoda. I
Oh
wish you got
yeah,
more of that.
senile little shit Yoda.
Yeah, like little
Love that
piss
guy.
fucking little goblin Yoda. That was good. That
You
was
know,
good shit.
you know what Yoda I don't like, and this is all within the span of like Empire
Well,
Strikes
here we
Back.
go. I want to hear it.
I don't like when Luke is getting antsy about fighting Darth Vader and shit, and then
Yeah.
like Yoda's like, he's like, "You will be." He's like ready to kill him. It's like
I
you're
like that Yoda too.
he's literally
He's weird.
he shifted the tone so hard, and he like is ready to kill Luke in that confined space, and I'm like, oh my god, Luke, get the fuck out of there.
You will be.
And then the camera cuts back to Luke. It like closes up on Luke, and he's like, you see him like rethinking his life in a split second.
Oh shit! What's he gonna do?
It's
What's he
like
talking to me like that? I need to leave.
yeah, and like good luck leaving. You're literally in a tiny ass like little fucking play hut with Yoda.
Like, do you know that whole thing was like an indoor set?
Yeah, and it was like elevated so Frank Oz could do the puppeting, right? It was like up like 3 feet or something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
That's so cool to me. Like that the whole thing was indoors, air conditioned. It was it's surreal to think about.
I
How they
mean,
pulled that off.
it makes sense though because they're like, oh
Of
shit,
course, yeah.
how are we
You
gonna have a
can't
puppet walk
fall
around?
in an actual bog.
Yeah, they had to pull a Jim
Yes, Frank,
Henson.
get in the swamp.
Get under the water, damn you. But it's like, yeah, no, man. Like, okay. So I've been playing. I did a let's play of Jedi Knight.
You did?
Yes, I didn't finish putting it together yet, like editing it, but I did one.
Are you doing Let's Plays now? Are we getting Ivy content?
Yeah, I'm trying. So I recorded one. I
Oh.
recorded one video, and it's Jedi Knight 2. I don't know. No, actually, Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. I don't know if you know that game. So it's from 90.
I never played that game.
Okay, so it's from 1997, and so I was playing the first level, and I was really reminiscing hard about 97 as a Star Wars fan because during that time period,
Yeah.
I was an avid Star Wars fan. I was collecting action figures, right? And I
That was
was
peak.
and Star Wars Special Edition came out in 97.
That's the one I had.
and
That's the one I had on tape.
yeah, and I was so fucking excited. I remember talking to my friends in elementary school, like sitting at the lunch table being like, oh man, I want to go see Star Wars special edition in the theater. It's going to be so rad. And so I actually, I actually saw Return of the Jedi special edition in the theater
my God.
on my birthday.
Holy shit! I remember I saw New Hope in the theater when they re-released it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't see A New Hope or
Yeah.
Empire, but I went to see Jedi because that was my favorite one. And I just remember, like, even despite the terrible musical number at Jabba's palace, I loved the shit out of it. It was such a phenomenal experience.
Can we talk about that for a minute?
If we have to, if we must.
Okay, because here's the thing. Like, I think we have this in common. Then my definitive version of the movie is the special edition. with all of its blemishes, all of its warts and all.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
I I think those are my definitive versions. I actually like the new ending sequence that replaces the Ewok parade. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a hot take. Well, not really a hot take. It's just a matter of opinion. But like, I like that ending better. Like the one where they play the dramatic music and they cut to the different planets. Like that's cool.
That okay, yes, I agree with that. I totally agree with that
Yeah,
because the okay, so I like the old song they played. I like the Ewok song,
you like
the
the
Yub
yub yub,
Nub. Yeah, I love
the
the
yub nub, the yub
Yub Nub
nub.
song. I love that. So it's funny because my occasionally like when we're talking about Star Wars or watching one of the movies, my wife and I will bring up the Yub Nub thing. We're just like,
So
Yub
does your
Nub.
wife like Star Wars too?
Oh yeah, yeah. She's less forgiving
That's
of it than
cool.
I am. Like, I know how.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah,
Holy,
she.
holy
Yeah. She's a original trilogy purist, and
Oh goodness!
I'm a tolerant prequelist and intolerant sequelist. Um,
Wow, I would call myself a prequel apologist now.
I'm
Believe it or
kind
not.
of well, I'm not a I can't consider myself a prequel apologist. But I'll get back to that. I just wanted to
Yeah,
finish
yeah, yeah.
out that I do agree with you for Return of the Jedi. I do love that ending sequence, especially when they're pulling down the statue of Palpatine in
Yeah,
Coruscant,
they're
and
tearing it
they're
down.
chanting.
There's a stormtrooper that might be dead, and they're like crowd surfing him.
That's awesome. I have to look for
It's
that
wild.
next time I watch it.
Yeah, look for it. They are crowd surfing a dead stormtrooper. It's crazy.
But here, I love that there's some dude in the background chanting "Son of the Sun." Did you ever notice that? He's like,
No.
he's like, you hear "Son of the Sun, Son of the Sun."
What?
Yeah, go watch it again. I swear, go
Oh
watch it
my
again.
goodness. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
like even just hunt down the clip on YouTube.
Okay.
You'll like hear it and you'll be like, oh shit, somebody's like doing a deep cut there. Like, oh, is Anakin son of the whatever force, or are they saying that his son
That's crazy.
brought down the Empire? Yeah, no,
Okay, I'm looking that up.
it's pretty rad. So
Well, anyway.
I love that shit.
Sorry,
The musical number I tolerate.
Okay, I was gonna say, even back then, I thought that musical number was crap. I still can't forgive it. I don't know why we have to look at that one guy's uvula. I don't know why. Like,
Joe Yauza, he's listen, he's a Yuzum. Listen, Joe Yauza the Yuzum, he's the star attraction here of the Max Rebo band.
I didn't know his name was Yowza. Oh my god.
It's Joe Yauza.
Why am I surprised? There's stupider names in Star Wars.
Yeah, there's god awful names in Star Wars.
Wait, what's the big lip alien name with the
Cy
pucker-
Snoodles.
Oh my god.
Cy
Of course it
Snoodles.
is.
And then there's Max Rebo.
I mean, listen, that scene when she kind of looks at the camera and her mouth pans across.
Oh,
The
she's
frame,
like, wow.
I don't know. It's just sometimes I feel like, hey, why is she looking at me like that? I don't know about.
She gonna touch my lightsaber? Um, and then like Boba Fett's like flirting with the background singers at one point. He's like touching their chin and
I
shit.
remember. Is that a
Uh,
special edition thing? Was that
yeah.
the original?
No, that's a special edition
Okay.
thing.
Wow, Boba Fett playing. I don't know. I didn't know he had game. I thought he was a nerd.
No, I guess not. The Boba Fett series was horrible.
I agree. It was the worst one.
It was great when the Mandalorian showed up.
I mean, yeah, but that's a different show.
No, but do you remember he was in Boba
was-
Fett for like 2 episodes and it was good?
You mean at the end?
Yeah, didn't he show up at some point?
Yeah, the thing is, like, okay, so Boba Fett was like 8 episodes. On episode 6, they just turned it. The show just turned into Mandalorian season 2.5,
That's exactly what
And
I
then
was going to
that-
say.
and then that's when the show is good because it becomes a different show.
Right, yeah.
But yeah,
It became
I
not
like that episode.
it became not Boba Fett.
That's why those are the good episodes. Thank you. You went back to the one we want to watch. All right.
So what can you tell us then
Oh,
about the Phantom Menace
okay.
that you didn't feel before about it? Did you come away with anything new?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Like I still think the politics are actually cool. That's kind of my hot take about the
Wow.
prequels. I actually like the politics in the prequels. Yeah, yeah. If anybody doesn't know what's going on, they can ask me. I'll explain it to them
Okay, because
in the most layman way possible.
when I was a kid, I did not know, and I had to ask my older cousin like
Oh,
to
trust me, I didn't
clarify the
either.
plot. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're not paying attention to real life politics when you're 13 years old. So like, I don't think space politics
space
made any more sense.
politics.
Yeah.
So what was your
So
takeaway then?
I think this time around, my takeaway was like, I still really like Qui-Gon. I think that, man, people should not have been mean to Jake Lloyd. That's just like,
Oh, that's
that's
terrible.
terrible. That was terrible. Yeah, like I guess that's one of my takeaways. Like, man, this kid did not deserve this shit that happened to him. Star Wars fans have been shitty since 1999, apparently.
Well,
So
yeah, I'm pretty sure Star Wars fans have been shitty for like ever.
But yeah, and then another thing too was like the oh goodness, I actually had it at the tip of my tongue and I forgot. Well, Boss Nass is one of my favorite characters. I'll say that.
Okay. Wow.
Every time he did the yeah, he's great. He's like, "We are giving you una bongo," and I'm like, "That's so funny."
Oh,
That's
Duwato.
so funny. He said bongo, and then Obi-Wan. One of my favorite lines, low key. I was the only one who laughed in the theater. Is
Right.
when Obi-Wan's like, "Master, what's a bongo?"
Wait, so okay, you did Boss Nass impersonation. I have to ask that you do a Watto.
Oh. What is it? Is I broke? I lost the bet. I lost all the bet. I lost all my money.
Don't kill me, Andy.
Wait a minute.
Don't chop my
I
nuts
saw you.
off.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's just
Why does his name has the Bulma at the end? It
I used
makes me think of something else.
I used to think Sebulba was cool.
Oh yeah, he is cool. No, he's still cool.
He's still rad as
badass.
fuck. Uh,
He walks on his hands and he uses his feet to push the buttons on the pod racer, and he has the coolest pod racer in the whole track.
yeah, it
Like
does sound
Samoa's
cool.
still top tier character in Phantom Menace.
Yeah. I mean, the pod race scene is still one of the best parts of that movie. That and
I'll tell you what,
the lightsaber fight at the
they were
end.
playing. I don't know if you know this, Ivy. There is an extended edition of Phantom Menace, and that's the one they were playing in the theater. It's 11 minutes longer,
Oh god.
and it has a longer pod race.
I mean, I'm on board.
I thought I was, but I actually like how the original pod race is paced more. This
Okay.
one just lasts a little too long.
Right.
It's like you're actually in, for better or worse, you're actually in the race. And at one point, you're like, "Oh, are we done? This is still going."
Yeah,
I do like that they highlight the other racers more.
yeah. Yeah, I do see that's one of the things I really like about the pod racing and about episode 1 in general. I love the weird alien designs in the pod racing scenes.
Yes,
Like Mars Guo.
that something. Here's a. Do you know their names? Let's go.
All right,
Let's
ready?
go.
Juan Sandaj, Mars Guo, Team Topagales, Ben Quadraneros,
Quadranero,
Arc
know him.
Bumpy Roos, Eldar
Oh,
Beto.
you're lying. That one's bullshit.
Oh, come on, what's another one? Ebe Endicott,
Gano?
Gasgano.
Do you remember Gasgano? Do you
I
remember
do.
Odie Mandrell?
I do.
Okay.
Odie Mandrell. I do know. Oh, come on. What's another one? I could if I just sat here and thought about it. Bull's Roar. You gotta have Bull's Roar. You gotta have.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, here's another one. Here's a good one. Ready? Here's a good one.
Okay.
Fuck, I can't remember his name. The guy who's the little guy with the pointy head, and he screams, and then his family, mourns his death.
That's Margot, my wife. That's her favorite character in the whole movie.
But is it because his family mourns him when he's dead?
No.
Is it because he screams?
It's because he's funny. Yeah, it's because he goes.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's like.
He explodes.
Yeah, poor guy.
I know.
Okay, so
bad.
the part where I think Qui-Gon's talking to Watto or something, you see his family walking in the hallway behind them, and they're like crying.
No,
yeah, it's fucked up.
Oh, I never noticed that. Holy crap, poor guy. Yeah, he was a family man. That's terrible.
Yeah, there was like a baby and everything.
No.
Yeah, it's really sad. I forget what his name is.
That's so funny. I like that. That's the one we don't remember. Okay. I do have one takeaway.
Yeah.
This is a very personal thing. I'm about to be a little vulnerable here.
Go ahead.
I 100% ship Shmi and Qui-Gon.
I think
that is my Phantom Menace OTP.
Like, honestly, how much better would the universe, the Star Wars, how much better would the Star Wars galaxy have been had he just been Anakin's stepfather and Anakin didn't become a Jedi?
That's one thing I thought you were going to say. The other thing I thought you were going to say, how much better would it have been if Rey was a descendant of Qui-Gon Jinn instead of Palpatine?
Yeah, the Palpatine thing is stupid.
It's so bad. Hold on, let's just go there. Let's not go there. Okay, hold
on. No, we're not. I'm just saying it's dumb.
Yeah, it is, and it just makes that ending scene so fucked up in Rise of Skywalker, where she buries the lightsaber in sand, and then it's like, my name is Skywalker. I'm like, wow, congratulations, the Palpatine family successfully eradicated the Skywalker line. That is incredible.
I don't know if you know the Godfather movies, but that's the Godfather Part 3.
Oh, I love the Godfather.
Yeah, that's Rise of Skywalker is the Godfather Part 3.
Shit, I'm gonna say I actually like Godfather 3 more than Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, me too. Rise of Skywalker's garbage. Yeah. But I'm just saying, in the context of the Godfather trilogy, obviously that's the worst one. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It is kind of a legacy sequel, and it just kind of, instead of elevating the material, it just kind of tries to capitalize off it. And, it's not.
Yeah, totally.
It just was not necessary.
It was not.
Anyway, Phantom Menace, that's one of my takeaways. I'm like, man, there are times when Qui-Gon and Shmi look at each other and it's like, something could have happened there. I don't know. He puts his hand on her shoulder at one point, and I'm like, damn.
It's almost like a fascist government and imperial genocide wouldn't have happened if they just got together.
Yeah, okay, so as much as I like Qui-Gon, the one thing I feel like kind of ruined him for me was he really didn't do anything to try to get Shmi out of that planet. He was just like, yeah, I'll take the boy, that's fine, no problem.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, it's like, I guess I'll come back. Maybe he intended to come back later, but we never know, because he got poked in the tummy with a sword.
And then Darth Maul got fucking cut in half and lived.
Can I tell you something really funny?
Yeah.
My friend Mo pointed this out. You know, at the beginning of the movie, when the destroyer droids show up and they start shooting at Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, and they do that force dodge that just looks
where they just wipe out of the hallway.
Yeah, so they're at the door, and I guess they couldn't edit them moving fast enough when they started shooting, so they had to kind of do a blur effect on them.
Yeah.
And it makes it look like they're moving really fast. So over the years, the fans have just come up with a way to explain that through some kind of force technique they used at that moment.
Right.
So we're watching the final battle when Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Darth Maul are kind of running into this weird video game energy door hallway.
Of course, yeah.
And Mo looks at me and goes, that force dash would have been really useful right there.
Oh my god. That's true. That's a plot hole. I hate it.
Yeah, so it's it's just in one scene and then completely not in the other. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they would have come up with some stupid explanation like, oh, yeah, they like drained all their power
Yeah,
fighting
they
Darth
were low on
Maul,
force points.
so like they just can't do it.
No, they can't. Anyway, the other thing I thought was really funny is that we always joke and meme about the high ground thing in episode 3.
Right.
Explain to me why Darth Maul had the high ground and still fucking took the L against Obi-Wan, a young
Yeah,
Obi-Wan.
I don't know. I can't explain that.
That never made any sense to me. I'm like, okay, so now Darth Maul has the high ground. It's over. It's over. Apparently not.
It should have been over.
Apparently not.
But
He turned him into half a Darth Maul.
he did, and he lived somehow. Somehow, Darth
Yeah.
Maul is back.
Yes. As much as I love the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, like the cartoons, I'd never liked that Darth Maul came back. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's pretty horrendous. Let me ask you the hard question to wrap it
Oh
up.
boy.
To wrap it up, do you how do you what movie would you recommend a new Star Wars fan start with?
Honestly, okay, well, that is a difficult question because, like, New Hope is my favorite, and I think it's the one everyone should watch first. But it is a slow-paced movie. It's not.
Right.
It doesn't really have all the modern sensibilities that like we have now, I guess.
It's
Honestly,
yeah, and it's difficult to get kids to watch that movie.
no, it's like they're not gonna sit still. It's kind of a slow-paced movie.
Yeah.
It is a product of its time. I value it. I still have a lot of fond memories of it, and it is my favorite one of all of them. I know a lot of people like 5 the best, but I actually like 4 the best.
Yeah, I'm definitely on in the Empire column.
Yeah, yeah. That's like the favorite, and for good reason. I still think it's a great movie.
Right.
But
When I
New
was
Hope,
a kid, it was Jedi. That was my favorite.
oh really?
Yeah. I love I love the Jabba's palace. I love the ATSTs, and I love the battle at the end with Luke and Vader.
Yes, I always liked. As a kid, I always liked how I've never seen a villain turn good back then when I was a kid, and Return of the Jedi was like my first time seeing something like that, so that kind of stayed with me for a while.
No, it was awesome. So
But yeah, if I were to say, like, if I were to recommend a new movie to a new fan, I honestly don't know. That's a really difficult one because I don't like the sequel trilogy, even though maybe people might like the sequel trilogy.
I really hate to say it, but you
go.
might have to start with episode 1. You might, because think about
Really?
the emotional impact it could have going from 1, 2, 3, and then seeing Vader come back in 4. It's kind of like
Yeah.
I'd never experienced that. I'd be interested to hear from somebody who actually did experience Star Wars that way.
I wonder though, because like the one thing I hate about Phantom Menace is that right from the fucking start, they show you who the hell Darth Sidious is. Like, you don't even have to guess his identity. I always hated that. I always wish they kind of masked his face or something, because like it's so obvious that that it's Palpatine from the very beginning.
I guess that's what they wanted to do, though. They wanted you to be. I guess that's what Lucas wanted. He wanted it to be like, oh, yeah, it's Palpatine. Aren't you excited for this throwback?
Yeah. I'll be honest. Like, if I recommended a movie to someone who's never seen Star Wars, I would either say Episode 7 or Rogue One.
Really? 7?
Not even joking.
Wait, why 7?
Not even joking. Because like even the prequels, because it's got the most like accessibility, I guess. If you don't have that attachment to the old movies, you might not get as angry at it as me.
Wow.
You might enjoy it. It might be like, oh, that's cool. I want to know what happens. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you can either go work your way backwards or work your way forwards. Like, maybe even from there push them towards the serialized Star Wars stuff, the Mandalorian, Andor, that kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. It's like it's a new generation.
Yeah.
It's
It is a new generation. An interesting thing, Ivy, when I was in the theater, a lot of people who filled those seats were like younger, like were people who
Wow.
legitimately got into Star Wars because of Phantom Menace. Like
That's
that was their first one.
and that is really interesting. So those are people who are like 10 years younger than us.
10, maybe 15. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so cool.
So like the entire row in front of me were like younger dudes. They were being bros. They were
Yeah.
holding up their R2D2 popcorn buckets. The entire row had them.
That's awesome. I want one.
Yeah, I almost got one, but it was
Oh,
like
you
$50.
should have. Oh God. All
No,
right, never mind.
it's enormous.
Okay, did you?
Yes, I'm a fake fan.
So, there's the Dune popcorn bucket. That's like the worm, the sandworm. You've seen
Yeah,
that. Everybody knows
the
that.
sandworm butthole.
I
Yeah.
saw a preview of the Alien Romulus popcorn bucket.
Oh.
It's literally a fucking giant alien head that you eat
Oh, of
popcorn
course
out
it
of. And I want
Of
one.
course it is. Okay. Well, make sure.
I
Make
definitely
sure you get it.
I definitely want one so I can like put it on my shelf in my office when I'm done with it.
The one I want is I wanted because it's gone. Is Fast and the Furious, Dom Toretto's Dodge Charger popcorn.
I mean, that sounds awesome. I think I've
You
seen a
open the
picture
top
of it.
and you eat the popcorn. It's it's great. That's the one I wanted. I couldn't get it. The one that got away.
Yes.
Just like the golden dongle.
There's always eBay. You can go on eBay and get your
No, there's
carb.
not. I'm not.
It's probably like $5,000, but for a popcorn bucket.
I don't even want to.
But now,
But yeah, Phantom Menace was all right. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I'm inspired to rewatch Phantom Menace. It's kind of funny.
You should.
I was talking to my wife recently, like about a week ago, about this. I was like, we should do a full Star Wars rewatch, like 1 through 9. Let's do it. Let's watch
putting
them.
her through that?
I think we're gonna do it at some point. And
Oh my
so, I mean, we're gonna start. You know, it starts nicely. We got episode 1, but then episode 2, episode 2, she wants to sleep through. Like that's what she told me. So, like,
Oh, that movie will cure insomnia.
I know, right?
Will, like, if you cannot fall asleep, just put Attack of the Clones on. I guarantee you'll be bored
Right.
to sleep.
So that's, you know, we'll see how it goes. But like, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do a rewatch of at least episode 1 soon. I feel, you know, it's summer. It feels like it's that summer blockbuster movie. Some good memories from back then.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll let you know how that goes.
I'm eager to hear about it. I cannot believe this turned into a Star Wars podcast, but here we are.
It may very well become a mainly Star Wars podcast if we're not careful. I can foresee that happening.
It is kind of like I foresee it because I have the Force.
Yes.
It is kind of one of the things we bonded over when we first met. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I would not mind if that's what it became. But tell us what.
I mean,
what,
I don't want it to.
no, it's going to be a totally organic process. We'll see what develops.
Yeah.
In terms of topics.
Yeah.
However, one thing must remain constant. We must find the golden dongle.
Of course. I don't know where it went. I'm sorry I lost it.
Like,
I don't know.
we brought this up in the beginning of the episode. We have to find the golden dongle because it has special properties, and it will unlock the secrets of the universe.
I think we don't even know what it does yet. We didn't really like know if it's true purpose.
Yes.
This is why it sucks that we don't know it.
This is what we're going to discover in time. We're gonna discover where it is and what it does. That will be the final episode of Golden Dongle. Will be we find the golden dongle.
We got it. We have it, and we need to talk about it, and we need to describe it to people.
Yes.
Because it's audio only, right? Like it's kind.
Unless we might start incorporating. Well, let's see. Maybe we'll incorporate video at some point.
I think I'll have to make sure I look good.
Okay. All right. Well,
we maybe unlike you, I don't look good 24/7.
Oh, stop it! I have to work.
got
I have to work at this. I work at this. I have to prep myself to look good. Don't worry. And I have to get the right camera angle and everything.
Yeah, that I do get. Yeah.
Yes. But until next time, we will keep searching for the golden dongle. I am Ivy.
Yeah. I am Jorge.
And we are on the quest for the golden dongle.
Well, yes, we are. Oh, wow. Right after, when we're done, I'm going to head out right now and go find it.
Okay. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.